Hello. So this is what we had come here for. This is the most important book that anybody should read when it comes to office politics or your normal politics. As Kavita said, that yes, power is very, very essential. But if you try and go and grab your power directly, people will try to, crush you down. And that is why in today's date, it's very important that you understand how do you go about it in a very, very indirect way. And this book is the kind of encyclopedia on that particular topic of power, because this book covers the last 3000 years with so many examples. It covers the last 3000 years of what has happened in so many kingdoms on in the king's particular kingdoms, and how the courtiers, right now, if you look at the politics part of it, imagine an office where there is a CEO and there are so many people who are working under him. At the around 1000 years back, 2000 years back, we had kings like that. The CEOs were just like the kings of the old times. So the kings had a lot of courtiers, and today's time CEOs have a lot of people who are working under them. Now, how do the courtiers become somebody who is a senapati, somebody who is the right hand or left hand of the king? They had to engage in a lot of power politics. Now, many of you are already working in corporates, and you know that sometimes somebody plays a foul game with you, and you have to actually, bear the brunt of it. So how can you avoid that? This book is one book which can tell you the exact nuances of how to adopt it. Now, this book has got 1.2 million copies sold across, and this book has been recommended by Will Smith, Kane West, and Michael Jackson. This is an amazing book. On a similar topic, there is a Netflix series by the name How to Become a Tyrant, where you can understand how does any particular monarch, how does he command so much of respect with his people, and he gets his people to get the work done, and he commands a very huge for 15 years. If you look at North Korea, they have been ruling the North Korea. The particular person who is ruling North Korea has been ruling that particular country for the last 60, 70 years. So there is something that he's doing. And power, it might sound, is not very attractive to you as a word, but I'll explain in the next slide how it applies to everybody, even you and me. Anybody who is there, power is very, very important. Now, this particular web series is on Netflix. You can go and watch it. I have watched it and I was just gone, crazy with the kind of effort and research they have done on this topic. Now, Albert Einstein said something about power. He said, you have to learn the rules of the game, and then you have to play a better game than anybody else. Though it sounds like game, life is a game. You might be feeling a little bad about it. No, it is a game. Okay, you will be able to understand it better. The point is, in today's date, if you look at it, office and life in general have people with two faces. Okay, so you might be having, as you most have mentioned, that friend versus spy thing. There are friends who are working as spies behind you, and there are spies who are working as friends in front of you. So you have to be very, very cautious, and you would have all experienced sometime in your life where somebody betrayed you. So it is very, very important to understand the game. Okay, this is a chess game. Life is a chess game, not with all the close relationships, so definitely in the office part of it. But you will say, how does it apply to me? So if you are in your office, and if you want to get year on year success, you have to play the part, you have to play the game. And similarly in your office, for the women, not all of them, somebody who is working, but you will understand that even if you want to win in the joint family, you have to play certain games. And if you're good at playing those games, some of the laws you can directly apply at your home. Never outshine the master. Just imagine if all the females of India could apply this law, there would be so much less of Saas Bahu drama that happens on the KTV series, right? So the point is that office politics, you might feel, or power, the fight for power is not happening. It's happening across, inside your families, in the society, in your offices, at your home. It's happening everywhere. You just have to understand where is that happening, and you can use some of these 48 laws to actually get ahead in life. Now, this is what Carlo Cambino says about. He says that you have to be like a lion and fox. You have to be both together. The fox is smart. recognizes the traps, and the lion is strong. So you should be having strength, and you should also be able to scare away the wolves. If you have that energy, only then you will be surviving in the long run. Only then you will be able to get closer to your success. Now, these are things which are not taught in any of the schools. So tell me, did you read this book? Most of you said, you have not read any of these concepts in the schools. But in your life, to deal with your family, to deal with your office politics, you have to know this. Otherwise, you will get crushed. Inside of your offices, you will not get, never get promoted. And in your family, you will be cornered in your entire family if you do not know these laws. But these laws were not taught to you in the school. And that is why we are learning it over here. Now, these are secrets kind of laws. Some of them you now know, you apply. But if you know these secrets properly, you can rise in your, as a businessman, as a corporate executive, as a politician, wherever you are, you can rise. Now, as Raghu sir said, this sounds immoral, right? Sometimes you have to treat your friends as enemies. It sounds so immoral, but that is how. And Raghu sir clearly talked about it. Ramayana was all about a different kind of a perspective, but Mahabharata told that even sometimes you have to fight with your own particular people. You have to, fight with your own father, your own, nephew, cousin. Why have you to do that? Because of dharma. Now, this book is not evil. Many people claim this book to be evil, but this is not evil because it gives you some practical advice. Because as Saurav said some time back, that life will come, you'll have bullies in your life. Somebody will bully you, somebody will crush you. So, how do you use your power indirectly to crush that enemy? You should be knowing these laws. You apply or do not apply is up to you, but you should be knowing. Now, seven of my favorites are always say less than necessary. The more you open your mouth, the better, the more chances you'll be having of making an error. So use less number of words to explain anything. Then you have, when asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest. This is very, very important. Even at MMDC, we keep on telling you it's always about the other person. What's in it for me? WIIFM. We keep on telling you that whenever you are interacting with somebody, communicating with anybody, just try to keep the other person's interest in your mind. If you have that, you will always succeed in life. That is my favorite law of this particular book. Number 3 is use absence to increase respect and honor. Do not be available always. Do not be just available at any point of time, because then people will not respect you. Fourth one is assume formlessness. Saurav sir said it, Raghu sir said it. Assume formlessness. Just be like a liquid. Keep on changing your particular form and structure. Keep on learning and unlearning many of the things. At MMDC, you follow this, that we keep on asking you to keep on learning, and like a lifelong learner. Why? Because you are learning something. It's like formlessness. You're not having a rigid mentality. You're just trying to change. That is what we want. Now, remain unflustered and unreactive. This is what enemies hate a lot. So when the enemies will strike you, they're expecting a reaction. But if you don't react, they go crazy. And that is one amazing law you can apply in your life. So somebody hits you with some words or with some arguments, don't react to them. They will, hating somebody is easy, but if you ignore them, it kills them from within. So that is one law that I apply a lot in my life. I just, all my haters, I just ignore them. I keep them on ignore mode, and that helps me maintain my mental peace, and that destroys them from within. That is a very powerful law. Now, never outshine the master. I think this does not have to be explained. Everybody, most of you explained it. Now, play a sucker to catch a sucker. Appeal dumber than you are. Sometimes in life, you have to appear dumber than you are. You might not, you might be very intelligent, but it's not always required that you keep on projecting your intelligence and projecting your how good you are or how high-handed you are. It is not required all the times. See, the final point that I want to leave all of you is life is tough. Okay, life is hard. You will be getting some problems in your life for sure. Somebody will be destructing your mental peace at some point of time, and you have to get ready for it. And this book can actually help you understand and play with those laws in a proper way. Okay, so thank you so much. Pleasure interacting with all of you. And I would like to call Saurav again for the final ceremony of actually maybe talking about some points that I missed in the entire thing. Saurav, if you're available.
Sure, sir. I'm here. I'm here. Thanks. Thanks